Namaskar and good evening, friends. Today I am again before you to talk about the steep correction in one of the potential multi-bagger scripts, that is Vakrangee. Almost from January onwards, there has been correction in respect of many mid caps and small caps uniformly. The correction has affected the portfolios of almost everybody in India, including some of the most famous names. Now, if we take Vakrangee suffered for many reasons. Initially, there was a report in a Mumbai newspaper saying so many things about Vakrangee, and ultimately saying that, of course, SEBI has not found anything wrong with Vakrangee and so on. In the report, they said so many things about Vakrangee, supposedly wrong. Now, there was also a confusion about one investment made by Vakrangee in PC Jewelers. It has made a something like 0.5% investments or something like that in PC Jewelers, and that became a controversial point. And ultimately, many in the media tried to get clarification from the management, and Mr. Nandwana, the CMD, came forward on many TV channels and gave decent clarifications about all the matters, including PC Jewelers. He said, we made it as a matter of capital allocation policy, but we are going to sell it off because of the criticism of the investors. Now, in the meantime, because of these adverse reports in the media, the price started falling very adversely, very steeply. So, in order to arrest the price fall, the management announced a capital allocation policy, saying that we will arrange for a buyback of the shares at some future time, and also a good dividend. So that seems to have satisfied the market, and the market recovered to some extent, not fully, some extent. In the meantime, the auditor of Vakrangee, Deloitte, resigned from his auditing task without completing the annual accounts. Now, whatever be the reasons, there were not any very great reasons, but some reasons were there, some difference of opinion between the management and the auditor. So, management could not persuade Deloitte to continue as auditor, and after their resignation, they appointed a new auditor. Now, all the while, the market price of the scrip was falling and falling and falling. Ultimately, Vakrangee went for a new auditor, and that new auditor completed the auditing without any qualifications and gave the allowed the audit report to be adopted. Now, the account showed, the audit itself did not give any objections, but the account showed a bad debt of 220 crores on account of legacy business of e-governance, and also some 30 crores loss on account of equity dividend, equity disposal. So this 220 crores of e-governance bad debt and 30 crores on account of equity disposal, so both these expenses lowered the profit significantly. Along with that, now this was a rather depressing news. The coming down of course, sales were okay, but profits were not okay. Now, the capital allocation policy was also suspended for the time being, postponed, they said, But we find that the capital buyback scheme is gone, but the capital is being used for some other purpose now. Now the dividend grant also has been postponed. Instead, the capital available, the surplus cash available, is proposed to be used for a capex policy, restructuring policy, with different types of Vakrangee Kendras, gold, silver, etc. And the franchisees are supposed to bear a huge cost for restructuring of the Kendras, and company also will go in for some capex there, and also install ATMs. Now, after all these things are worked out, the management of the company has indicated that it will go for a revised sharing ratio of the revenues. What it will be, that we do not know. How favorable it will be, whether it will be more favorable than earlier, or same, or slightly lower, we do not know at this stage. Now, because of all these things, now we do not know how the revenues will come. Therefore, the price was falling and falling and falling. But as we see it, the company has a huge number of Vakrangee Kendras, some 42,000, something like that, likely to be enhanced to 72,000 very quickly, and they are all being restructured and made into brand new similar Kendras, gold Kendras, silver Kendras, etc. So, brand building is going on. So, because of this brand building, we expect that Vakrangee will become a wonderful business in the future. Of course, the sharing policy of the revenue is yet to be known, and what will be its effect on the company's profit per Kendra, we do not know. But apart from this, the company is also going to establish ATMs in every Kendra, and it says these ATMs are a very lucrative business. So therefore the business is growing. There are so many services which are being given, and one of the bad debt type of service, that e-governance, has been done away with, it seems. So, but a company must come forward with its own commentary on all these things. I do hope that along with the results, the company will try to come with its own commentary indicating the profitability, the expansions going on, and all other matters. What about the dividend and so on? So these are to be clarified by the management, and the future has to be assured to the investors. So many confusions have arisen. But all this said, the company has a good business model and has huge number of Vakrangee Kendras, and are being multiplied regularly. So we can definitely say it is on a progressive path. And even if the ratio of sharing of revenues comes down slightly in favor of the company, I think the company deserves a much better price than at present. Currently, the price is around 60, something like that, which is a highly depressed price. It was at 500 plus before the grant of bonus, and maybe around 300 plus after the grant of the bonus. Now, the 350 around that should be the proper level for Vakrangee. And even if the sharing ratio brings down the revenue for a little further, it may be around 250, something like that. But 60, etc. is a ridiculously depressed price. Now, why is it happening? We do not know. The future of Vakrangee, as far as I am concerned, is definitely secure. The ratio may bring down the profit per Kendra, or may make it better also. We do not know at this stage. But whatever it is, as the number of Kendras grow the actually potential for growing of the Kendras is almost infinite. India is a very big country. Therefore, the number of Kendras that can be established all over India is immense. Therefore, we don't have to worry about the future of the company. Even if the management makes a few mistakes in the sharing ratio, etc., I think we need not worry about the future of the company. The future is safe and definitely better in future. Now, the current price of 60, see, it has come down to 30, and that coming down to 30 was ridiculous. Whatever be the mistakes of the company, or whatever be the troubles of the company, suffering of the company does not deserve to go down to the level of 30. Now, at the level of 30, the price seems to be alluring, and many investors started buying, and slowly 5%, 5%, like that, it came to the level of 60 plus. Now, 60 plus level also is a highly depressed price. There is no doubt about it in my mind. But probably those who purchased at 30, they have got about 100% benefit, they want to sell. That may be a possible potential reason. So probably they have started selling. Or alternatively, some operators who want to deliberately, artificially depress the prices want to ensure that the prices fall. So from 60 again it has started falling. Whatever it is, the scope for fall I think is not much. Again it is bound to rise. The people, if there are some operators who are doing it, they will get exhausted maybe within a week or two. Subsequently, the Vakrangee share price must rise to very good levels. Now, I think I have covered most of the angles which can impact the future of the Vakrangee business model. As a business model, it is still safe despite the change that they have made. It is still safe, it is still good. No doubt, because of the higher capex which is to be incurred by the Kendra franchises, the revenue sharing model may have to be a little in favor of them and a little less favorable to the company. That's a possibility, I do not know. It is possible. Still, considering the number of Kendras that are getting expanded, Vakrangee is still a worthwhile investment. Now, what will be the nature of Q1 result? I don't know. Q1 result should be normally okay, but the company has indicated that at present the Kendras are getting remodeled. So, at any point of time, they said some 10,000 Kendras are under renovation, reconstruction to improve the brand image, to make them uniform. Therefore, there is a possibility that the revenue may come down in one quarter. They are trying to do very fast. That's what we understand from what the management says. So, that one reason apart, the overall business model is good, the revenue is good, the number of Kendras is increasing, therefore the future of the company is bright. In any case, 60 is a highly depressed price. I think it will move further up and up after some of the operators get exhausted and some of the people who purchase at 30 sell and make their profits. So, long-term investors have nothing to fear, and I think this is a time when we can look at the company with a view to buy. But of course, the decision has to be taken by you people. I wish you all the best. Thank you.